Alright, it's a bit of a different video. If you didn't know, in my other life, I am a DJ and I run this company. So I got my Technics 1210 Mark 5s, but this one has a bit of an issue. We have ripped the plug off. You can see that. What a pain in the bum. So, what a £5 cable with an earth tag. We'll get that out in a minute and have a look. I've popped the platter off, taken the case off down there. So that's what it would normally look like. There is about 1,000 screws to take off the bottom, and we're going to hopefully change this cable and bring the thing back to life. It's actually not outputting any audio at all. So I've had to do this before on previous decks that I've owned. So let's see how we go. I'll get all the screws out and we'll nip straight back. Probably one of the most important things on these decks is not all the screws are the same. This is the screw from under one of the feet. That's a nice long one. And these are the screws that surround the rest of the body. Pretty sure there's only 2 types. But when you take apart anything, try and use something like one of these sorting mats underneath. I've done enough of these just to roughly know, but let's see how we go. Okay, we've got all the screws out, big pile of screws, 3 different types there, long ones and then 2 different types of short ones. A couple of things to note when you're doing the UK edition of these decks. This little hole where the mains cable was made to come out, it's really only made for a European plug to come out of it. It's not big enough for the UK plug to push through, so you sort of got to leave, unless you want to take the mains off, you sort of leave it connected like that. No biggie, really. The audio cables will come out through the hole without an issue, so let's just lift it off and see what we've got. So we're not going to go through the whole deck procedure. A couple of things worth noting. I use a couple of rolls of tape to balance the underside. You can use a couple of bits of wood. As long as it's taller than this bar, you're not going to, the needle arm, you're not going to ruin it. That's like your start and stop buttons over there. That is your pop-up light. This is your speed pitch controller. I think I might have previously replaced that. Can't quite remember on these ones. I have had them for a few years. It's absolutely full of crap in here, but this is the main thing we want to look at. This little cable grip. Under here is a small circuit board, and hopefully we can solder our new cable onto it. People do get rid of these ground wires and just put them on the main ground of the audio leads. It's fine if you want to do that. I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm going to leave them original on this one. I have done that mod before on other ones. So let's get these screws out and see what's underneath. See if we've got any damage that's obvious, apart from the cable. So, something worth noting is, this is a cable grip, and there's little clips just where my finger is. You need to pop out before you can actually take the metal plate off. Let's just zoom out a bit there. So we need a flat blade screwdriver just to push in there. And then hopefully we'll be able to take this metal plate off. So there we go, top of that piece has come off. And now we can run this out of the way. Right, plate can be dropped off. So look at that, no real problem on the board itself. So I'm really hoping there's no issues. I don't think there's much, I don't think there's much on this board. It's just these tiny little wires. All these wires are okay. One of the other things you can experience is where the cartridge head slides into the arm. Sometimes those pins can become stuck, but I don't believe it's that. And anyway, the plug's broken off, so whatever I've got to do, I've got to change this cable anyway. So cut the cable tie, desolder these cables, run the new cable in. And obviously I've brought like a 5-meter cable, which I can cut down to size. You can buy kits of these exact cables from eBay, but they seemed a lot more expensive than they needed to be, so I just got a generic cable. I'm sorry about the wobbly camera shots, but I don't have my little arm to hold the phone camera today. So let's get all this cut off and get the soldering iron warmed up. So I'm not going to show you me soldering or desoldering these, it's quite obvious. You take your centre cores to left and right, and then ground on either pin here. Let's try and keep it in focus, either pin here. It's worth just checking these tiny little cables. These tiny little cables run up the arm to the needle head cartridge stylus part. Alright, so it should just be touch all these to desolder them, and then hopefully put the new one on. So I ain't done one of these in a while. I completely forgot the earth tag is it's on this screw here. So we'll probably just leave that in place, even though the new cable I've got has got earth cable in with it. It's fine, don't have to use it. Now, I brought a 3 meter one from Cable. I think it's 3 meters. Yeah. So I'm probably just going to use half of it, I think. Sorry, you can see my workshop is in a terrible mess. I think half of it should be about right. So we'll cut this in half, prep the ends, and then we should be golden. Okay, not the tidiest job in the world. I say that for every soldering job I've ever done. But essentially we got grounds on and the inner cores on. The cable is pretty thick, so I'm not sure if it's going to go through that grip thing correctly, but we can always have a go. Cable tie on there to secure it, and we're done. We don't know if it's going to work yet, but let's find out, shall we? We're going to have to put it all back together, well, more or less back together, to see if it would do anything. Let's get the plate back on, see if this cable grip fits. Okay. Just to confirm, the cable I brought was far too thick for the job, and I haven't managed to put the bottom piece of the cable grip on. So the cable is pushing up against the metal of the bottom plate. Not ideal, but for now, let's see if we've actually fixed it, because there might be other problems to fix. So yeah, the original cable is not super thin, but it's certainly, let's put it side by side, you can see it's quite a bit thinner than those ones. Let's see how we go. Let's get the screws back in. So let's get the platter back on. There we go. That back in. I won't worry about that for a minute. Let's get the needle head cartridge back on. Of course, we've got the... can we have a look inside there? Are they okay? Yeah, they look okay. Those little gold-plated connectors on there. I'm doing this all too close, I know. I just thought I wasn't going to make a video about this, and then I just thought, well, why not? Why not? I'm always fixing things. Right. So all I've done at the moment is put the feet screws in. Right. What record should we play? Let's go for something a bit obscure, or something I don't even recognise. I don't even know what this is. So previously on my decks, this one was working perfectly through my mixer. This one had no sound, or barely any sound at all. So we're just going to turn everything down, make sure we're not doing anything silly. Literally put the needle on the record. Okay, it's playing too slow. Oh my goodness, look at that. We've got audio. I thought I plugged it into channel 3. Oh, hang on. Speaker, let's switch the speaker on. Speaker's on. This is a good sign already. Some classic hard house, I think we got playing on here. So there we are, success. We've managed to repair it. I'm going to have to take it all back down again now and put the rest of the screws back in. Hopefully you found that somewhat useful and a little bit quicker than lots of other the videos are online. So you'd only have to take the bottom plate off basically if you've got an audio issue with your decks. Thanks very much. I'm Kieran from Western Disco. Hope to see you all again soon. Have a great night.